Om Sri Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Sathya Loksev Gurukulam free online classes. How are you all? Fine? Super. Very happy to see you all. Of course, you can see me, I cannot see you, but you can see each other in the form of mathematics. So, we are coming to the last topic of this lesson on understanding quadrilaterals. So, as far as the present condition, we have studied about polygons. What is a polygon? It is a plane figure having 3 or more than 3 sides, is it not? And it starts with the triangle having 3 sides, 4 sides, what do you call it? Quadrilateral, 5, pentagon, 6, hexagon, etc. And also we have studied about quadrilaterals means a plane figure having 4 sides. When you say 4 sides, it will have 4 vertices also. How many diagonals? 2 diagonals, correct? And also we have seen that there are different kinds of quadrilaterals, namely square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, trapezium and kite. In that parallelogram, we have seen about what is called as rhombus, rectangle. All these are different kinds of parallelograms, correct? And also we have studied about difference between square and rectangle. In a square, it is equiangular, all the angles are equal, all the sides are equal. That is what is called as equiangular and equilateral. All the sides are equal and diagonals bisect each other at right angles and the 2 diagonals are equal. Whereas in rectangle, opposite sides are equal and parallel, correct? And the 2 diagonals bisect each other but not at right angles. So, difference is here diagonals bisect at right angles, but diagonals do not bisect at right angles, number 1. Here number 2, all the sides are equal, but here opposite sides are equal, correct? And coming to parallelogram and trapezium, in parallelogram 2 pairs of opposite sides are equal and parallel and the diagonals bisect each other. In trapezium, only 1 pair of sides are parallel and the diagonals do not bisect, angles are also not equal, all those things. In rhombus and kite, in rhombus all the sides are equal, the 2 diagonals bisect at right angles, but the 2 diagonals are not equal. In the case of kite, 2 adjacent sides are equal and the diagonals bisect at right angles. Coming to difference of these two, in rhombus all the sides are equal, but in kite only adjacent sides are equal, correct? And they are the differences between the different kinds of quadrilaterals. Now we will see some home assignment. The first question was, the 2 diagonals are not necessarily equal in all these. What is the diagonal? Diagonal is a line segment joining the opposite vertices. How many diagonals will be there in a quadrilateral? Correct? 2 will be there. So, they are asking which of these, rectangle or square or rhombus or isosceles trapezium, which of these the 2 diagonals are equal? Answer is rhombus. C is subdivision and answer is rhombus. Okay. Now coming to second question. In the second question, the length and breadth of a rectangle are in the ratio of 4:3. So, if the diagonal measures 25 centimeters, so diagonal is 25. Here length is not known, so we will take it as 4:3 ratio is given. We will take it as 4x and breadth as 3x, and this angle is right angle. Correct? Using those two, we have to find out the value of x. If value of x is known, you can find a perimeter also. So we start like this. Let, come on, take down. How many of you done it already? Okay, some of you tried, right? So length of a rectangle. Here length is not given, only ratio is given. So we will take it as 4 into x. It may be 40, 30, or it may be 20, 15, like that. Ratio is 4:3. So we will take it as 4 into multiplied by a factor called x. So therefore what happens to breadth? So breadth of a rectangle. What difference between length and breadth? Length means longer side. So breadth means shorter side. So breadth of a rectangle is equal to, ratio is 4:3. Is it not? So you have to write first step. Ratio of length and breadth. Length and breadth of a rectangle. What is a rectangle? It is a special type of parallelogram having opposite sides are equal and parallel. Ratio is going to be 4:3. Is to means what? Ratio. Your length is 4, breadth is 3. Now we are given a diagonal. So next point is length of the diagonal. Length of the diagonal is given how much? 25 centimeters. So what kind of triangle is ABC? So in triangle ABC, ABC is a what kind of triangle? Right angle triangle, correct? So which is right angle there? Angle ABC is equal to 90 degrees. And what is AC called? Hypotenuse, correct? So we will write it as AC square is equal to, come on, use Pythagoras theorem. The square on the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. So if AC square is the hypotenuse, other two sides are AB and BC. That is by Pythagoras theorem. Which you have studied in class 7. Now what is AC? 25 square is equal to what is AB? 4x. What is BC? 3x. So 4x squared is 16x square plus 9x square is equal to 625. So 16 plus 9 becomes 25x square is equal to 625. So x squared is equal to 625 by 25, that is 25. Therefore value of x will be equal to root of 25, that is 5. X is 5. So what about length now? Therefore length of the rectangle, length of the rectangle, how much you must take? 4x, 4 into 5, that is equal to 20 centimeters. Length is 20, Therefore, what is breadth? Breadth of the rectangle. How much it is? 3x. What is the value of x? 3 into 5, 15 centimeters. Therefore, perimeter is a 4 marks question. What is the form of a perimeter? How many length will be there in a rectangle? There will be 2 length and 2 breadth, correct? So, I will write it here, last step. Therefore, perimeter of a rectangle is equal to, note down, perimeter of a rectangle. Formula 2L plus 2B or 2 into L plus B, correct? What is L? L is equal to 20. What is B? 15. So, 2 into 20 plus 15. 2 into 35. That is 70 centimeters. That is the answer. So, what you have done first? We have taken the length as 4x, breadth as 3x. Then we use Pythagoras theorem. We got the value of x. Then we got the rectangle length as 4x, breadth as 3x, 20 and 15. 2 into length plus breadth. So, 2 into 35. Okay. Wrote down? Okay. We will find the next problem. ABC is a right angle triangle with the O as a midpoint. ABC. So, O is the midpoint. It is a right angle triangle, right angle at B. Now, here you are given this O. Correct? Now, you explain Y is equidistant from A, B and C. So, here equidistance means the distance of OA is equal to OB is equal to OC, means O is the center. A circle will pass through this, correct? So, what you can write? So, if we are joined their OB, so in right angle triangle, ABC, AC is the hypotenuse. Correct? And O becomes, say suppose you complete the rectangle here, so this becomes a diagonal. So, in the rectangle, suppose hypotenuse. So, ABCD is a rectangle. Why rectangle? Because angle B is 90 degrees. With the angle B is equal to 90 degrees. So, we see, so when you say rectangle, AB will be parallel to CD and AD will be parallel to BC. correct? So, equal and parallel, and therefore what happens? AC becomes, AC will be the diagonal. AC will be the diagonal. And you are given that AO is equal to OC. That is given because O is the midpoint. O is the midpoint of AC. O is the midpoint of AC means what? AO is equal to OC. As the diagonals bisect each other, so AO is equal to BO is equal to OC. And they are equal. And lastly, therefore, O is equidistant from A, B and C. So, what you have done it? In right angle triangle ABC, AC is the hypotenuse and Y is the midpoint of AC. When you say O is the midpoint, AO is equal to OC. Now, you complete the rectangle. Why it is rectangle? Angle B is 90 degrees, therefore it is a rectangle. In a rectangle, AC will be the diagonal and the diagonals bisect each other and they will be equal. So, the diagonals AC and BD can produce it also. So, you have AO is equal to BO is equal to OC, means what? O is equidistant from A, B and C, means what? AO is here, BO and all the three sides will be equal, that is the meaning. Or you can draw a circle also passing through this. With the O as center, you can draw a circle passing through A, B and C, that is the meaning. It is also called circumcenter. Okay, that is all the home assignment. Note down. We will pass on to today's topic. Today's topic is about square. So, this is a model of a square, but do not think of this thickness here. Okay, just take the boundary of it. It is called square. All of you have seen it. Here, what is speciality? All the sides are equal. All the angles are equal. How much it is? 90 degrees, correct? The two diagonals are equal and they bisected right angles, is it not? So, you call it as equiangular or equilateral. So, that is a word you use for this. So, it has a rectangle with the sides equal. So, this is the diagonal. BL and ET are called diagonals. And also we have seen in a square BE is equal to BE is equal to EL is equal to LT is equal to BT, means all the sides are equal. Also angle B, angle E, angle L, angle T all are equal to 90 degrees. And also we have seen BL is equal to ET. The diagonals BL is equal to ET and BL is perpendicular to ET, means this angle is 90 degrees. So, this is a very, very special kind of quadrilateral, okay, with 4 sides. So, that is why you can say, and lastly OB is equal to OL, OB is equal to OL and OE is equal to OT, OE is equal to OT. Means the two diagonals bisect each other at right angles, that is the meaning. So, these are some of the properties of square which some of you already know it, but just for reference it is shown like this. And also we have seen in a square diagonals bisect one another and the two diagonals are of equal length. The two diagonals are perpendicular to each other, correct? And so we have the one more property we'll prove by first principles. And what is that? Or by logic. Diagonals of a square are perpendicular bisectors of each other, means the two diagonals bisect at right angles. So, we have a square called ABCD, in that there are two diagonals, namely AC and BD. They meet at O. You have to prove that angle AOD is equal to angle COD is equal to 90 degrees. See here, AOD is here, COD is here. That is what you have to prove. How much? So, here AC is one diagonal, BC is another diagonal, BD, sorry. And how to prove it? By the congruency of triangles. In congruency of triangle, you have studied about 4 type of properties in previous class. Come on, what are they? We will see one by one. So, you have a square and coming to proof part of it. So, ABCD is a square, AC and BD are diagonals, correct? All the sides are equal. So, OA is equal to OC. In this triangle number AOD first one and COD second one, what you are given? OA is equal to OC first point, because diagonals bisect each other. Second point, DO is equal to OD, that is the common side. DO and OD are equal. And third point, AD is equal to DC, because in a square all the 3 sides are equal, all the 4 sides are equal. So, AD and DC are equal, and therefore triangle AOD is congruent to triangle COD. That is why yes. What is yes? Side. The 3 sides of one triangle are equal to 3 sides of the other triangle. Therefore, they are congruent. Means what? Suppose you cut this triangle AOD and keep it on DOC, they will be identically equal. Means all the angles, all the sides will be equal, and therefore we can say by CPCT. What is CPCT? Congruent part of the corresponding part of the congruent triangles. So, that means what? Angle AOD is equal to angle COD. And what is sum of the two angles? Sum of the two angles is 180 degrees. AOD plus COD is 180 degrees. Why? Because it is a linear pair. Means what? When a line stands on another line, the sum of the two angles will be equal to 180 degrees. And therefore, each angle becomes measure of angle AOD is equal to measure of angle COD is equal to 180 by 2. Means how much? 90 degrees, correct? So, that is all we have to prove. So, what do you conclude? We conclude that in a square, the two diagonals bisect at right angles. So, with this knowledge, We will prove one problem now, one example. So, in a square ABCD, see here is a square ABCD. AB is equal to 2x plus 3 and then BC is equal to 3x minus 5. Now you are asked to find the value of x. How to do it? Solution. So ABCD is a square. In a square, what is the property? All the sides are equal, no? So AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA. All the sides are equal. Now we want only two sides. What is measurement of AB? 2x plus 3. What is BC? 3x minus 5. How to find the value of x? Is a linear equation, correct? So bring this x this side. So 3x minus 2x is equal to, bring this 5 this side. 3 plus 5. X is equal to 8. You can check it also. If x is equal to 8, 2 into 8, 2 8s are 16 plus 3, 19. And here is 24 minus 5, 19. So that is called checking. How to do checking? Left hand side, 2x plus 3, 2 into 8 plus 3, 16 plus 3, that is 19. And right hand side you have 3x minus 5. And what is the value of x? 3 into 8 minus 5, 24 minus 5, that is 19. So both are equal, which means the value of x is equal to 8 is correct. Okay. So that's all the problem. You note it down. Very nice. Now one more problem. In the adjacent figure, ABCD is a square. Find the measure of angle CAD. So use the property of square. Draw a figure. Come on, all of you. What is the figure called? ABCD is a square. Now if the ABCD is square, they are asking, you are given with the angle D. Therefore angle A, they are asking angle A. In that angle A there are two angles. So you can write, therefore angle A is equal to angle B is equal to angle C is equal to angle D is equal to 90 degrees. That is the property of a square. All angles are equal, correct? In that, in triangle you can take one triangle, let us take in triangle ADC, angle D is given to be 90 degrees. Angle D is 90 degrees, correct? And some of the other two angles must be 90. Is it not? And therefore, angle DAC plus angle ACD is equal to 180 minus 90. One angle is 90 given. Now it is an equilateral triangle. Means what? The two sides are equal. So as AD is equal to DC, that is sides of a square, sides of a square, the two sides are equal, then it becomes a equilateral triangle, correct? So you have, suppose you call this as x, this also becomes x. Now sum of these two is 90, therefore you can write angle DAC is equal to angle ACD is equal to 90 by 2, by 2 because both are equal and the sum is 90, that is 45 degrees. That's all they are asking. Therefore, what they are asking is angle CAD they are asking is equal to 45 degrees. Got it? First property that all sides are equal, and then because that is why it becomes isosceles triangle. In the isosceles triangle, one angle is 90, therefore sum of these two must be 90. So each angle becomes 90 by 2, that is 45 degrees. Noted? Okay. We will pass on to home assignments. Last home assignment, name the quadrilateral with the property all the sides are equal and one angle is 90 degrees. You must name it. Think about that. Diagonals are equal and adjacent sides are equal. Mention the following as true or false. You must write whether it is true or false. First statement, diagonals of rectangle are perpendicular to each other. Can you tell now only? Okay, some of you can tell, but don't tell now. Every square is a rhombus. Every rhombus is a kite. And last question, if the diagonal of a square is 4 root 2 centimeters, find its perimeter. So diagonal is given. With that you have to find out sides and then perimeter. Now let us see what Bhagwan Baba says. Quotation of Bhagwan Baba. Educare is the process of bringing out what is within. Within means what? That is God inside everyone. So bringing out that. So the end of education is character, means your divinity, which is your character, has to come out through the process of education. Sa vidyaya vimuktaye. Correct? So by education we have to realize our divinity and we have to get a good character. Okay? So that is what Baba says. So come prepared for the home assignments. Thank you.